Hello there, it's Jo from Minerva. Today we are going to do another fitting tutorial for a full busted adjustment, but today we are going to do it on a non-darted bodice. So you might not think that you can do that. You might think, well, if it's a flat pattern, how am I going to make a bust adjustment, because I can't draw the line through a bust start, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. All of my fitting videos are supported by the book Figure Your Fit, so I get a lot of my information from here, and that book is listed below. So if you go to the bust section, it gives you a reminder of all of the bust cutting techniques, and there's instructions here for a darted bodice and a non-darted bodice. I'm going to use the Grainline Studio Scout Tee, which is a woven t-shirt top. It doesn't have any bodice or darts or fitting detail, it's just from the cut. If you're full busted, you might find this pattern a little bit tricky for you, because you will find the hem riding up, and you'll find that your bust is squashed quite flat without any shaping on the front. So this is the latest Scout Tee that I've made, and the last two that I've made, I felt that it doesn't fit the same as it used to, because I've had that pattern for a very long time, and I used to cut a straight size from it and it was fine. And now I'm getting where the sleeves are fine, the shoulder seam is coming to my shoulder, the neckline's lovely, lies really nice and flat, but I'm finding that when I wear it, this rides up here like this, and I have to keep pulling it down. When I pull it down, now it feels tight, and I'm definitely not getting as much ease across the back as I used to. So I'm thinking that my bust is a bit fuller than it was when I first bought the pattern. So my bust is filling the front and taking away my back ease, and that I need darts in my bust position rather than just a flat front. Let's go over to the cutting table and I'll show you how to put a dart in and how to make the bust a little bit fuller. This is my Grainline Studio Scout Tee pattern piece that I have been using, and as I said before, I'm finding it a bit tight across the bust and across my back and shoulders for ease, and I think that a full bust adjustment would make that a little better without having loads of swinging hip movement, and I really like the fit on the shoulders and the neckline. So I've traced it off. This is the centre front seam, this is the neck, this is the arm. I've put the seam allowance on for the arm because we're going to create that hinge there again. I held the tissue piece up to me and I found where my bust apex was. So this is the fullest part of my bust. As before, we're going to draw a line perpendicular to the hem. So that's this one here. And then we're going to create a small dart. Now this line from bust apex to side seam needs to have a sort of upward motion, because if you put it straight, then by the time we've pinched it out, your dart will be pointing downhill, and we don't want a downward dart, we want our darts to be sort of pointing up. You're going to take from the bust apex to the arm to make that arm hinge and give yourself more space in the upper bust. I'm going to put a bit of tape on there so that I can create a hinge here and here. So we have the one here, the one here, and the one here, and we're going to take that one out. So if I add half an inch here, then I will get a full inch altogether, and tape it down. Try not to get lots of wrinkles in your paper, because that's not going to help you get an accurate piece. and you can see that here we've created a really small dart. Now obviously the more you add here, the wider the dart will be. You don't have to worry about changing the size of the dart. The dart will automatically spread open. So the wider you make it here, the wider this dart will become. Arm hinge has hinged beautifully. Just take that down, and now we can cut it out. I've still got my one line here which I haven't used. And you can see why you use it, because this is the hemline on my ruler and this is the hemline from my bust adjustment. So when I cut along here, I can move that down to match. That's what's quite good about the surgical tape. You can peel it on and off. Okay, I'm going to put my backing pieces behind and cut out my new Scout T front top. Okay, so where the cut line is, that's where the my new dart's going to be. It's only small, but it's going to make a huge difference. And you're going to bring those lines together, because that's going to be your stitch line, and fold your dart down and pin it in place. So that when you cut up the side seam, you will create automatically the extension needed. And when we take it out, there's the dart extension. Thanks very much for watching. I hope that's given you some food for thought. It might be worth trying a full bust adjustment on just one item and seeing if it makes a difference. Once you know you need it, it will become second nature. It seems like a bit of a faff at first, all that drawing lines and everything, but if you can make really well-fitting garments by knowing the alteration that you need, you will be much more successful. Do come back again for more fitting tutorials, and if you want to pop the book in your basket, if you hover over it, it will go into your cart. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon.